and I'll talk a little bit. I know. Not exactly what you're interested in, maybe, but anyway. My video last night had some technical difficulties again, and had to do part of it over. Fortunately, it was the part I could do over. So, you know, I forgot to mention, I mentioned that I unloaded some feed. Well, I forgot to mention that I got that feed from a co-worker of mine, Wayne Kmek. You know, as an afterthought, sorry Wayne, I put a title in there, and I don't know, Rhonda's over making some kind of noise. I don't know what she's doing, but anyway, he made me a deal on a little bit of feed he had left over, since he's getting out of the horse business. So that's what I was thanking him for. So here we are at the pig pen. Gonna put you down for a minute while I do this. Let you watch the pigs while I get this ready. There we go. We're showing you pigs out. There you go. We're pretty calm this morning. Yeah, a little talkative. Oh, they've already got me muddy. Boy don't like it. Plenty of water. Just done. Horse weeds, keep them occupied. That ought to keep them busy until I get done. Won't be bothering me. I don't know what else I need to say right now. I mean, I know I left some stuff out of last night's video. Forgot to thank Wayne properly, you know. But I think I've done that now. If not, thanks again, Wayne. I appreciate it. It helps cut our feed bill down quite a bit. Well, not quite a bit, but enough. Every little bit helps. You know. When you're just getting started and doing this stuff, it can get a little pricey. I mean, you know, it's not too bad right now. Hopefully my fence guy will get freed up so he can get over here before too much longer. And I can get him out here on pasture. And that should at least keep my feed bill where it's at right now, which it is definitely manageable. It's $20 or $30 a week. I mean, you know, that's pretty decent monthly payments on, you know, big chunk of pork at one time. You know, plus it's sustainable. You know, I'll have, even if we end up paring down from where we're at now, instead of scaling up like I was planning on, if that happens, and I hope it don't, you know, it's still sustainable. You know, even if we just kept one of these gilts and had her artificially inseminated each year, we've got a sustainable food source for our family here, for our protein anyway. So, you know, add some more protein sources. You know, like I've talked about, we're going to do chickens come next spring. I hope a lot of you don't get discouraged watching these videos right now, because not much is going on, but we're working towards a goal. You know, and for those of you who are ready to make that step, if you're looking into chickens, I've learned of a different source of meat chickens. I mean, any chicken can be a meat chicken, alright? You know, you need all of them. A meat chicken just grows faster than a regular chicken. You may not know that. These layers, you know, most of their energy goes into producing eggs, so they don't get very meaty. And a meat chicken, is the chicken type of chicken they use for the chickens you buy out of the store, but they keep them loaded up with antibiotics and steroids and who knows what else, and you know, they're kept in small confinement. You know, they're just in a building all the time with thousands of others. But anyway, I'm headed down a rabbit trail. Excuse me. This other breed of chicken I've learned of is called Freedom Ranger Color Yield, and you do an internet search with your favorite search engine, whatever that may be. Hold on, I got a pig trying to eat my nozzle. Little bacon bits. It's trying to bite the water here. I don't know if y'all can see that. Yeah. Anyway, they grow just a little bit slower than the most popular meat chicken, which would be the Cornish cross. But it's only like a week difference. So I'm thinking next year we're going to go try a Cornish cross and these Freedom Ranger color yields, and see which one we like better. Silly pigs are trying to figure out whether my hose is good to eat or not. Anyway, that's one of the plans we got on our mind. I'm gonna have to get a brooder built and then start building some chicken tractors. There's that many chickens, we're gonna have a place ready when they get here. Of course, I've got months to do it in, so that because we can't just put them out on pasture as day-old chicks. We're gonna have to wait until they get feathered out pretty good. So I gotta have somewhere to keep them for the first 4 weeks. Just gotta mess with that hose. So that's one of our plans we got going on. I mean, that and the pigs here, and we've discussed a few things, but we don't have anything else planned. Get away from there. Leave my hose. Like that. Anyway, I know so far it's just been a lot of talk on my part, other than with the pigs. These are our plans. As they say, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. So, I haven't told him exactly, but he knows what they are. So, it's his will, it will. Alright, well, I don't know how much of that chicken y'all just got, but for some reason, the camera shut me off. Maybe it don't like pigs, I don't know. More technical difficulties. We'll see how this goes. It's recording now, so guess I should have been standing back here watching it. But anyway, we got things in the works. Just going to take us a little time. Please bear with us, and we'll get you some better content. I'm trying to get better at this. I said the other day, a lot of this right now is just practice. Get my editing better and whatever else. Get my camera work better. That'd be a good one, huh? But anyway, I guess I'm going to stop this for now. Since I don't know what I've said and what I haven't said, we'll probably download it and see. And later, when I just sit and talk, I'll fill in the gaps. Alright everybody, I'm back. It's a hot Sunday afternoon up here on the prairie. I'm back on the I'm back using the confiscated selfie stick again. Just mainly for convenience. Oh, anyway, not sure what to talk about here. I talked about some stuff earlier in the video while I was watering the pigs about some of our plans and where we're looking to go with things. And yesterday I was trying to talk. I hope it was clear and everybody understood what I was saying. I was trying to talk about that we all need to start developing some communities. Now, hopefully these communities will be close to your neighbors, but that may not be viable. But get to finding, make an effort to find people that are growing food or that you can help, with the food you grow. Let's, because man, it just gets crazier out here, or out there in the world. Up here where I'm at, out here in the the wide open spaces, pretty much. It's you know, calm. It's nice. It's windy, and I apologize for the wind on last night's video, and I hope that it's better on this, and you can hear me better. I didn't even realize last night that it was so windy. I'd been out in it all day. I guess I'd gotten used to it. Anyway, back to what I'm talking about. You know, there's lots of people. I mean, in the area here where I live, and I'm talking the larger area, southwest Missouri, southeastern Kansas. You know, there's plenty of people out there growing more than they need. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm saying that's a good thing, that, you know, maybe you could get with them and make some kind of deal. I mean, and if you're growing stuff, you know, and you can get extra, you know, try to be open to some bartering. You know, because I keep hearing that places like Walmart's not giving change. You know, I have not experienced that myself, so I can't verify it. But I keep hearing rumors of a cashless society, which is just it's crazy, and it's another way to control people. But anyway, I don't want to go down that rabbit trail. But you know, my point here is that you don't necessarily, especially this time of year, you know, there's a lot of people that are trying to take a step back, and I don't know. I mean, even if they're not trying to take a step back, they're trying to make a living off of their land. And you know, we need to try to help those people out, you know, however we can, and you know, just help each other in general, I guess, is my point. You know, like I've said in other videos, I mean, you can grow a 5-gallon bucket full of dirt, and you can grow a tomato plant or a cucumber, you know. And you know, so it'll help you, you know, it'll help your grocery bill, and it'll help you in other ways. I realize this is getting towards the end of August, and the growing season is starting to wind down. But there's still stuff you can grow. Potatoes, you can get if you get them in the ground here in the next month or so. You know, they'll do all right. They're a cold weather plant anyway, so you know, you get them later in the year and they'll grow. They'll do better once it cools off. But anyway, I don't mean to be preachy about this. I may be coming off that way, but that's not my intention at all. My intention is just to help people, you know, and right now, this is the only way I can help. I don't have any excess produce of any kind at this point. You know, and we need to start looking into being more self-sufficient. Dad used to, you know, lament the passing of the times he grew up in. I don't know if that's the right word, lament. But anyway, we would go rabbit hunting, and we'd go usually north of Asbury there. This is, you know, my early teens, let's say, from about I was 9 years old through my teenage years. You know, we talk about things, and he would say things like, you know, you used to drive up through here, and there'd be a house about every mile or so. And you know, they would farm their little piece of property, and you know, there'd be another house a mile down. They were farming their piece of property, and you know, you could stop and talk to people, and you know, and they would let you hunt. Well, on the hunting topic, and those of us that hunt, we have those of us that are responsible hunters, we know what the problem is. For one thing, it's people didn't take care of other people's property. They throw trash around and tear crap up and leave gates open, cut fences. You've heard all the stories if you hunt. But then there's been another phenomenon in probably the last 10 years, 15 years, is these deer leases. Now, hey, if you can get a deer lease, more power to you. I've had my problems with people who lease land around me. I mean, they seem to think, and I assume everyone works at least as hard as I do for their money, and I know money's hard to come by, and if you squeeze out, $1,000, $1,500 a year for a hunting lease, I assume that for most people that's a big chunk of money. But when you get that lease, and this is where my problem comes in, try to get to know the people that live in that area a little bit. I've had, I've just got 10 acres here, and I try to deer hunt. I'm not real serious about it, but I'll go out and set. One of these days, maybe I'll pull a trigger on a deer. I don't know, but I like to watch them anyway. But anyway, I've just got a limited space that in a certain direction that I can shoot. And the guy that leased the property behind me, he set up a blind right in that area. So he just effectively took away my hunting, which, there wasn't anything I could do about it. He was on his lease. And, when I talked to him about it, he got all defensive and, blamed it, said he had a special needs kid, and that's where he wanted to set up, so that's where he was going to set up, and there wasn't a thing I could do about it, which, there wasn't anything I was trying to do. It's just that I was trying to tell him, look, when you're hunting that, let me know and I won't hunt at all. I don't want to shoot anybody while I'm out hunting. I don't want to shoot anybody anyway. But, and he got all defensive, and, it was a little ugly for a little bit, and then he finally, I guess it sunk in what I was telling him, and he calmed down. At another time, we had a guy, and this is a guy that had a TV show. I'm not going to give him any free promotion here. I don't think he's on television anymore. I think it's mostly an internet thing now, but it caught him and his wife. They had a lease behind me and in front of me, and they used my property for a shortcut to get behind me. And when I called them out on it, all they said, oh, my bad, and that's all they ever said. And of course, he's got a website, or he's got a Facebook presence, and I'd seen him around up here, so I looked him up, and before that, and followed him on Facebook, and so I called him out on Facebook, and of course he denied everything, but he put pictures on Facebook of him standing on my property messing with the neighbor's horses. So, as soon as I confronted him on that, that picture came down, and he ignored me, and then I called him on it here a while back, and he's blocked me, which that's okay, it don't matter. And another time, a guy come over here complaining about our dogs, and when I explained to him, look, here's the reason them dogs go over there. One, the guy that was farming at the time, he would go to town and he would buy Sassy her own cheeseburger, and he wanted her coming over there, being seen around there, kind of as a deterrent to thieves. And then I also explained to him, well, and I knew that he'd had that lease the year before too. I said, well, the guy that was leasing that before you, I said, he gutted his deer right over there, field dressed it, and left everything laying. And them dogs got over there and got a taste of it, and that's why they go over there, and that's why they chase the deer, you know. Well, he shut up then because he knew he'd done the same thing the year before. So, you know, just if you get a lease, you know, talk to the neighbors around, you know. And I know that if any one of those guys would have stopped and talked to me, I would have been more than happy to tell them where I saw deer at, you know, because I'm here almost every day. You know, I'm not always looking for deer, but I'm here, you know, I see them in the fields across the road, the field behind me, you know. And I would have shared that information, but when you trespass on my property, or you get rude with me, or you come onto my property and telling me what I should do or shouldn't do with my dogs, well then, we're probably going to have a problem. You know, especially when you don't know any of the backstory. And yeah, you paid $1,000 lease for your $1,000 for your lease, but I paid $100,000 for my property. So, you know. But anyway, that's enough of that, I guess. And another thing, you deer hunters that do good and get multiple deer, you know, think about helping somebody out. I know a lot of my friends do that. So, you know, if you happen to be a deer hunter and you're not my friend personally, you know, we don't know each other personally, it's for you, you know, help people out. And if you do that, good deal. You know, I commend you for that. Anyway, you know, my point is, let's look out for each other. Let's help each other, you know. Instead of getting mad at that farmer driving down the road and the tractor taking up the whole road, which, you know, that's not exactly the people I'm really promoting here. But anyway, you know, have patience with them. I know they can be rude. They're people. People, you know. People irritate the crap out of me sometimes. But anyway, you know, let's just try to help each other out a little bit, you know. I know there's a lot of small farmers, you know, that they're just trying to make a living out here, just like the rest of, like all of us. So, you know, if you know a local farmer, or if somebody just growing a big garden and they got more than they can use that they're selling, you know, try to buy from them. You know, like I said, I think it was yesterday's video, you know, Walmart doesn't need your money. So, you know, they're doing fine. Same way with Target and, you know, all these big box stores. You know, find the little guy. So anyway, I guess I've ranted long enough. I'm looking at my phone here and it looks like I'm about to run out of time. I keep way too many pictures and videos on my phone, I guess. But, and you're probably tired of listening to me anyway. So, you know, let's look out for each other and let's help each other out when we can. And a bird over there jacking with a cat. Anyway, sorry. I might have a little ADHD or ADD or something. Anyway, let's all pray for each other and look out for each other. And if you like it, if you're liking my videos, if you like this video, hit the like button. And if you're liking the others, subscribe. I'm trying to get some better content. I'm trying to be a little more coherent. And so, you know, like I said, hit the like button, subscribe, and, you know, if you turn them notifications on, they'll tell you every time I get on here with one of these. So, catch you later.